It's a final go. So I'll do a handstand. So if I bring it closer, I feel like the closer these bars are, the easier it is. Obviously, if it's too close, it's not actually any easier. So that is probably the ideal distance, if I'm honest. Let's see if I fall down doing this.
The one exception is a type of Ethernet called 10 base 2. 10 base 5 was a real pain to work with. Big, big cables, screwy vampire connections, thin cables, literally cutting holes in the ceiling and making drops wherever the transceiver happened to land. We needed a kind of a 4-band 10 base 5. 10
Okay.
10 base 2 stands for 10 megabits per second. Baseband was 200 meters per second, although it was really 185.
There's definitely potential in this. It's just a high height to fall from, unfortunately.
First of all, this little connector is called a BNC connector. Don't ask me what BNC stands for. There's about 5 different versions, and I don't think any of them are right. So you have a BNC connector. This was actually a T connector. So if you take a look at this, you'll see that it's kind of shaped like a T. And so you never plug the cable straight into it. Now what you do is you would just go ahead and you plug these two together like this, and this is a terminating resistor. You put a terminating resistor. So you are now seeing a complete 10 base 2. But what if you wanted to add another fuse? No big deal. We'll just take off a 10 base 2 terminator.
Wait, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do this.
What I'm going to do here is I've got another T connector and a chunk of cable. So I'm just going to plug this in, take the terminator from in, which is not on the end anymore, he's going to be on the end. And there's another connector. But then look at this, we have an extended 10 base 2. You can put up to 30 devices on one 10 base 2. So, yes, this is a very old style of Ethernet. It is on the current network plus. So make sure you understand what a BNC connector looks like. Make sure you understand what you have terminator on the end, 10 base bits. It runs 200 meters a second, although it's really 100 meters.
Maybe I can't do this. I need a high ceiling.
By the way, my email address is all over the series. If you happen to be using 10 base 2, send me an email and tell me about it. I'd love to hear.
If I had a high ceiling, I might have a chance.
Here's the Ethernet segment from the previous episode. Now, these old Ethernets worked great back in the day, but they had one really ugly Achilles heel, and that was this. If the segment itself broke at any location, the entire network would drop. And that was a problem with these old versions of Ethernet. So it was something we put up with until a little tiny company called IBM came along, and they came up with a competitor to Ethernet called Token Ring. So we're talking late 1980s. Token Ring, when it came out, didn't use a bus. What they did is they basically had a box, and you would plug all your different computers into this box. It was called an MSAU, Multi-Station Access Unit. Whatever. But they changed the idea, and with Token Ring, if any one of the computers broke, it didn't take down the entire network. Now, Token Ring was great stuff, but it had two problems. The first problem was, well, it was proprietary. It came from IBM, and nobody else could, you couldn't like make your own Token Ring stuff. The other big problem with Token Ring is that it was very, very expensive. Token Ring was many, many dollars per foot. It was pricey stuff. But because it was so robust compared to Ethernet, we saw massive install bases. By the early 1990s, there were hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of computers running Token Ring back in the day. So
is there any other way to do this?
And they made a very clever change. What they did is they took one big long button and they shrunk it down into a box. So this is basically a plug in a box. And instead of using expensive coaxial cabling, they just use cheap, unshielded twisted pair. And that is what they call 10 base T. 10 base T is
stable.
Out of date now. Nobody uses something where we all use switches. Nobody goes runs 10 megabits anymore. Even the 100 gigabit that's out there today. But the important thing is that the cornerstone of having a bus in a box with individual cables running individual computers is the cornerstone topology that every later version of Ethernet uses. And that's why everybody has a switch on it, because it all started with a big daddy 10 base speed. So let's go ahead and cover some of the important points. Number one, 10 base speed runs at 10 megabits per second. You can have a maximum of 100 meters between your hub or switch and individual nodes. You can have no more than 1,024 nodes per hub or switch. Good luck finding a hub or switch that big. And last, 10 base speed was designed to run on Cat3 cable or better. Keep in mind all these points are something that work best. What you see before you is everything necessary to make
whether this height or no height.
So what I got over here is an Ethernet switch. This is kind of a small office, home office switch. And you'll see you've got lots of ports on it. And over here, I want you to take a look. This is just a motherboard that I pulled out of the computer graveyard. It's a motherboard for a desktop computer. I'm using a motherboard because I'm too lazy to take out the whole desktop computer and put it on this desk. But built into this motherboard, as in most computers today, we've got a little Wi-Fi connection. That is our network connection. And this is just a piece of unshielded twisted paper. Go ahead and make a network. So I'm going to start here with the motherboard. And I'm just going to snap the RJ45 into it. There we go. So I've got my connection on one side. So now over here, I'm just going to go ahead and I can plug it into any port on the switch. It doesn't matter. So I plug this in, And if you take a look at this, we now have everything necessary for a basic Ethernet network. We've got a network card over here, running through some twisted pair, going into a switch. Now, it's a pretty loaded system. We probably have to plug a bunch more computers in here to get a proper network going. But functionally, this is everything we need to make a network. So what I want to do in this episode is talk about this cable. So what we have here is a piece of unshielded twisted pair.
Try again, let's try again.
We call this a terminating.
Get a bit closer to the door.
Untwisted pair cable. Okay. So what I have to do though is go actually make some of these cables. So in this episode, let's go ahead and go through the process of actually terminating our own unshielded twisted pair. Now,
Not too fast.
to expect you to understand how this process works. However, in the real world, I gotta be honest with you, I can crimp just fine. When we say we're terminating, the actual verb is we're crimping the cable. I can crimp just fine. A, I'm lazy, and B, I'm not a practice. So for me, most of the time, I just go to the store and buy pre-made. However, like I said, you really just have to know how to do it. Okay, so this is everything I need to go through the process of making the cable. First of all, I got this big old fucking cable here. If you take a look at this, here on the end, you can see there's no crimps on the end. That's what our job is, actually puts crimps on the end. I've also got tons of these crimps. So these are crimps that we're actually going to use and put on your
20.
Now if you do this,
Okay, that was okay. Let's try again, let's try again.
you can set any market for these things, and it's designed to crimp RK45 connections on those units. That's what it's got. Second, although this is unofficial, I, Mike Myers, like these Chris scissors. But I never had a with them, and I know right now.
Because a lot of us need a confidence. I know if I fall this way, I'm safe. If I fall this way, I should be pretty safe. Because I can just a natural way to fall.
The jacket using the scissors. So this is the part where people who actually crimp for a living have a heart attack because it's really easy if you're not careful. As I'm cutting through this piece of plastic, to actually cut one of the wires itself, which would be able to fall into a bad thing. I just got some off and go deeper. Alright, so I got to chunk that off. Now, if you're really doing it the right way, there are very strict rules about how much jacket is cut off and things like that. And that's not